If you were an apple, Karen, what would you be?
I'd be a golden delicious.
Well, of course you would. I'd be a little bit of a Granny Smith.
You would be.
A little green and sour.
But better when cooked.
But better when cooked, exactly. Okay, so Priest Brothers Orchard, Karen. Are we going to taste the best apples that we've ever eaten in our lives?
Well, picking an apple straight from the tree has got to be a good thing. We're trying to find Matt. He said he'd meet us in the Modi Apple Orchard. Okay, now you need to go left. No.
Left?
Or right.
No.
Okay, go.
All right. You sure? Oh.
You have to reverse. No, you have to reverse.
All right, okay.
Trust me. Okay, so then straight and right.
Straight and right.
Or left, I reckon. I think it's that right there.
It's that one here.
Or this one. No, I don't think this is the right one. We're lost.
We're lost.
Oh, no, there he is down there.
Morning.
Morning. Sorry, we're late. Karen gave me the wrong directions. Richard.
Richard Matthew, good to meet you.
Oh,
Welcome
hello.
to Priest Brothers Orchards.
Thank you. It's so beautiful here. These are Modi apples, Matt?
Yeah. So they've the Modi apples are in their 4th leaf now. So they've been growing in the orchard here for about 4 years. But the Priest Brothers have actually been growing here for over 100 years. So they've got a lot of experience going into the
100
ground
years.
here. Yeah, they got it in the early 1900s.
And how many varieties of apples do they grow?
So they're growing 8 varieties here. A lot of the kind of the standard ones, and obviously Modi.
And tell us a little bit about the Modi apple.
So it was originally bred in Italy.
Yes.
They were looking to breed an apple that had some resistance to some of the diseases that apples can sometimes suffer from. And when they crossed the Gala with the Liberty, they came across Modi.
It is very attractive. It makes you want to just go and pick the forbidden apple, doesn't it?
Yeah,
You know.
absolutely.
Crisp and sweet and delicious apple.
Perfect.
It's all about balance.
It's going to be perfect in my coleslaw salad. A little bit of chilli, some herbs, and some spiced pork ribs off the barbecue.
Yum.
It'll be a star ingredient for sure.
That's great.
You really will have to come back and have a little sample later.
I'm not going to say no. That sounds awesome.
Rich, how lovely is it cooking in an apple orchard here at Priest Brothers?
Beautiful. And have we got a wonderful dish to share with you?
Roasted salmon with a ripper dressing. Rich, what's in your dressing?
It's a punchy green chilli, lime, coconut sugar fish sauce.
And then a fabulous salad with a Modi apple, some fresh coconut and Thai-inspired herbs. OK, we've got 4 fillets of Taz salmon, skin on, bones out. They weigh around 200 grams each. Literally going to throw them into a lined baking tray. Now, to really get some flavour into this fish before it goes into the hot barbecue, uncovered, I'm going to add some fish sauce straight over the top. And Rich, can you grab me some extra virgin oil?
Yep.
2 tablespoons of oil, and then I'm going to give them a bit of a zhuzh in the pan.
Okay.
And that Taz salmon is going to take up the flavour of the fish sauce and the oil. And then, Rich, slicing very finely some fresh lime. Then just squeeze the lime a little bit over the fish and literally pop the slices on top. The rind and the flesh will flavour the salmon itself.
All right, I'm going to make my punchy green chilli dressing.
And Rich, I'm going to go ahead with just the salad. I put some apple, cucumber and the fresh coconut together.
Okay. All right, so I've got 2 green chillies, a little bit of salt, so it's got a little bit of grit in there. And basically smash the hell out of it. So some fresh lime. It's equal parts water, fish sauce and lime juice.
Rich, I'm just slicing some cucumber here. I decided just to slice up the flesh on the angle.
I've got about 2 tablespoons of fish sauce.
Rich is building flavour in this dressing with the lime, the chilli, and now the fish sauce, adding saltiness. And I'm guessing we're going for sweet next.
Coconut sugar, about 1 tablespoon.
Yeah, so you've got those traditional elements of a Thai dressing there.
Yeah.
Sweet, salty, and hot.
All right.
The barbecue is preheated. It's 220 degrees. I'm going to pop that tray into the hot barbecue.
Okay. Cool. Okay, so I just want to taste my dressing just to find out exactly where it's...
So do I.
Where it's sitting. So do you. All right, there you go.
Ah, Chef, you nailed it. Good work.
Ooh,
1
it does
Modi
have
apple
kick.
going in here.
Yep.
And fresh coconut, couple of handfuls.
So this is freshly grated frozen coconut. You can go to your Asian food store and find it.
I think it's fabulous because it's rich and it has a chewy texture, but it's not like a dried shredded coconut. It's got more moisture, I suppose. It's a bit softer in the salad. And then I'm just going to mix these together. Okay, Rich, we'll also do some herbs on that side.
Okay, yeah. A few little bits of celery leaves there.
Yeah, I think they look really pretty, but they also have a gentler flavour as far as celery is concerned. Thai basil. Love that anisey flavour in Thai basil. Sort of licorice undertones. It's going to be a melange.
A melange? What's a melange?
Melange?
No, me no not. What is melange?
It's a French word for mixed.
Is it?
We'll just make it up as we go along.
So,
No, it does mean that. So, Rich, the salmon's been on for 6.5 minutes. Now, look, you can feel it's got some give in there.
okay.
Rich, is this a dish that's often on your kitchen table?
In variation forms of a fish and a spicy salad and a good dressing, very simply done and very, very quick to pull off at the end of a hard-working day.
Well, look, I eat the same way at home, and something simply cooked off the barbecue is the perfect way for not only to feed my family, but for entertaining as well. I mean, everything can be done ahead of time and then just put together on the plate beautifully at the end. Perfect for anyone with lactose intolerance, gluten intolerance, and above all, absolutely delicious. Now, let's serve this fish up
Yeah.
that it's resting through. So the way I would approach this is just really give it a little bit of a nudge on the side with the fresh white salad. And then you've got these herbs, which look so good against the fish.
Okay.
So dinner for 4 in like less than 12 minutes, effectively.
So here we go. This is the hero dressing.
Punchy, Thai-inspired dressing. What is not to love about this dish? So that's the roasted tassel salmon with fish sauce and lime. This dish is absolutely delicious. For the recipe, head to intolerantcooks.com.au.
And don't forget to follow us on Instagram. Should we eat?
Yes, we should. It should just flake. Yeah, see? Look at that. Really doesn't take long to cook fish like this on the barbecue. 6.5 minutes, another minute resting, you're having dinner.
And then you're eating. Spoiled for choice, Karen.
Oh, well, it was a little harder finding pork.
All right.
But what beautiful pork it is, St Bernard's. So, Rich, we're making spiced barbecue pork ribs with apple and wombok slaw.
Yum.
And this is going to be really easy to cook. It's a matter of spicing them up, let them marinate, and then throw them on the barbecue.
Yum.
So first, I'll just pop them there for you. If you could rub about a couple of teaspoons of Dijon mustard into each rack, I will make a dry rub mix. 2 tablespoons of coconut sugar, just for a little bit of sweetness.
Do you want both sides, Karen?
Yeah, both.
Okay.
Not only does the mustard add flavour, but it also helps the dry rub stick to the ribs and sort of permeate the meat. You could use any mustard you like, but I do love a Dijon with this sort of dish. 2.5 tablespoons of ground fennel seeds. I've got 1.5 tablespoons of smoky paprika.
Nice.
And 1/2 tablespoon of onion powder. Now, this just gives good grunt to this spice mix. 2 tablespoons of flaked salt. Don't move, just stand there. I've got the dry rub coming.
Right, great.
About half a teaspoon of black pepper. I'm putting a generous amount of pepper in here. Pepper works really well with the fennel and the other spices in there. Seems like a lot, but it's not.
It is a spice rub.
So there's around 2 kilo of pork ribs there. I'm going to put a sprinkle on, and if you could just give them a bit of a pat, Rich. It's actually a generous amount. I don't think we need...
You can smell the smokiness of the paprika. Yum.
So, Rich, overnight is best, but an hour or 2 if you're time poor, and those spices will really do their job. Perfect. So, Rich, while you were napping earlier in the JellO...
She's been very hard at work.
I did marinate some ribs.
Awesome. Look at that.
So that's what they look like. I'll just need to throw them on the barbie about 20 to 25 minutes and they will be cooked, but we will glaze them
As
towards
they cook?
the end.
Yeah, okay.
Towards
All
the
right,
end.
let me do this for you.
While those ribs cook nice and slow, medium heat, just keep an eye on them and we'll make the slaw.
All right. So.
A couple of Modi apples.
Yep.
And then we'll just cut them into like a thick matchstick
A thick matchstick.
liquid and throw them into this bowl. I'll make up a quick dressing. In the dressing for this
So you
slaw,
can sort of stop when you get to the core, basically.
you can.
Not rocket science. It's apple science. That was bad, sorry.
Boom, boom! So we don't waste any apple, you can actually just give it the sides.
Right.
Okay, back to the
This
dressing.
is like the knife styles of the rich and famous.
Wow. Okay, back
Yeah.
to the dressing.
Yeah.
I've got 2 tablespoons of Liddell lactose-free light sour cream. 2.5 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar or so. We're going to sweeten this dressing just slightly with some maple syrup, a couple of pinches of salt,
Bit more apple.
some pepper, and to really bring this dressing home, some extra virgin oil.
Nice.
You know what we need in there?
Right.
Some chilli.
Lots?
Really finely chopped.
Yep.
Leave the seeds in because I like a little kick and put
Okay.
2 chilies worth in there and I'm going to go and check the ribs. So Rich, my next step with the ribs, I'm going to glaze them with that fabulous sweetener you love, maple syrup.
Maple syrup.
I've got a little thyme brush. So I'm just going to dab it on like this. But I'm hoping a little of the thyme or flavour will go on the ribs.
Just finishing my chilies here, Karen.
Yep, into the dressing.
Into the dressing,
Mint
Yep.
and coriander just directly into the bowl.
into the bowl.
And I'll chop up the wombok. Now the slaw, because ribs are quite a messy thing, I'm going to
Okay.
chop the cabbage up quite finely so it's easy to eat. And then I'm going to just pour this over.
This is the bit I like. Look at that.
And then we'll have some more herbs on top if we could, Rich. And then I'm going to carve the ribs and drop them on the platter. So I'm going to pop them on the board.
Look at those.
Rich, I reckon
Yeah.
you're really in the modi to try some ribs. So there you have it, my spiced barbecue pork ribs with a delicious apple and wombok slaw. They smell heavenly. Surely you can smell that downwind.
Smells good. Smells really good. Hello.
Would you like a rib?
I would love a rib.
I got a teeny tiny one.
Oh, that's good.
It's been so lovely, Matt, cooking here today amongst the Modi apples in the apple orchard. I don't think I've ever cooked in an orchard before, but it's one of my finest experiences.
I'm glad you've enjoyed it. It's been great having you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Welcome.
Chris Bonello, it's so great to have you back, executive chef of Zagame Restaurants. Chris, tell us about the little dessert you're making today.
So my dessert today, it's my twist on a berries and cream, pretty much. So all the different berries. We've got goat's yogurt.
What are you making from the ghost yogurt?
We're gonna make a goat's yogurt ice cream.
Oh, splendid. Rich, you'll be able to try that.
God, yay.
Low lactose?
Low lactose. So we're gonna start by getting 175 ml
Soy milk?
soy milk. I got 50 grams of sugar over
Sugar.
there. I got the honey
So in with some honey.
and some honey.
Now, what's going in here, Chris?
So I got 40 grams of glucose. So glucose does a lot of important things in ice cream. Stabilizes the ice cream, helps it from not splitting, and give it that nice
Texture.
texture of it.
Yeah. It is actually easy to get, too.
It is, it's very easy. Yeah. Okay, goat's yogurt in.
How much yogurt have you got there?
250 grams. Okay, we also got 1 lemon in here, which is being juiced. And all I'm doing is I'm just gonna fold everything in.
So that's really going to add to the sourness of the goat's milk, isn't it?
Exactly, it will balance the sugars levels and the honey.
So we've got the KitchenAid ice cream bowl
Yes.
on hand. This just gets frozen overnight,
Correct.
and then you can make ice cream.
Pretty much. Then we're gonna pour all our mixture in here.
Low speed?
Low speed, maybe about medium actually, maybe about medium.
Okay.
So by the time we finish everything else, that should be beautifully churned.
Okay.
Okay, we're just gonna start on our chocolate soy. We're gonna get the sugar in.
So the words chocolate soil, I'm pretty sure some of our viewers are going, huh?
How do I do that?
Well, it's actually just like the fancy word of saying it's a chocolate crumb.
Chocolate crumb,
essentially.
correct.
Yeah.
Correct. We've got 130 grams of almond meal, 100 grams of our White Wings gluten-free flour. We also got the cocoa powder. And then pretty much we're just gonna get some gloves on, give it a good mix.
There you go, sir.
Thank you very much.
It's like
This is like,
we're in surgery.
yeah.
Now you're doing this because
The cocoa, once it starts touching the temperature of the palms, will start getting the oil out of it, and you don't get that nice texture of the soil. So I'm just gonna fold it all in.
And what do you hope to do with the oil?
So the oil is pretty much trying to keep it low lactose, the whole recipe, so that will replace the butter,
Butter.
usually.
Okay.
Yeah. It's looking like topsoil at the moment.
That's it. So just put in 75 milliliters of grapeseed oil. I'm just gonna massage it all in.
Quick, Rich, grab a shovel.
And that's pretty much it. So all you need to do is bake it for about 12 minutes.
So you bake it for 12 minutes at what temperature?
160 degrees.
So it's actually a little bit low.
A bit low,
Slow.
a bit
You
low.
don't want to burn the soil at all.
So slightly
the crumb.
activating that crumb consistency.
Okay, Chris, so that's in for 12 minutes, 160 degrees.
Brilliant. So while that's cooking, let's jump onto the strawberry gel over here.
Oh, that sounds fancy.
It does, another fancy one, isn't it? But again, it's very simple to make. So what we've done in here, we had 500 grams of strawberries. We thinly sliced them, mixed them with some sugar, and then we simply blitzed it all up and added about 6 grams of agar-agar, which is a seaweed thickener, replaces the gelatin. I'm gonna cut some circles out, and the rest of it, we're gonna blitz it all up in a blender, and we have a gel.
Oh, look at this.
We're gonna get our little
Have you lined the
strawberry
tray?
coins. I used a jelly tray, so it shouldn't
Stick.
stick with it.
Okay, here comes the art. Very nice.
Now we're gonna do the strawberry gel. Just gonna get the leftovers. It goes in.
So it sort of starts off as a liquid gel, ends up as a gel, and then returns to a liquid gel.
Correct, yeah.
Nice little vegan touch.
Okay, so we're gonna get this blitzed up, Rich.
Okay.
That's it, Rich. That's enough. Perfect.
Oh, that's heaps.
So we're gonna put that into the piping bag, Rich. All in there.
That is such a beautiful colour.
Great. And we'll set that aside for plate up.
Chris, I think the chocolate soil's ready.
Yep,
Let's
that's
have
perfect.
12 minutes. I'll just get it out of the,
Container.
just so it cools down.
That's right, yep.
And I think also the goat's milk ice cream's done.
Yes, that's very nice and smooth texture, Karen. Right, so we've got all the elements ready to go. We've got the soil, we've got the discs, we've got the ice cream ready to go, we've got the gel, we've got the berries ready to be cut up. Rich, can you get that done for us, please?
Right.
Beautifully. Then we can start plating up. Okay, we're gonna start with piping some of the gel down.
Foundation of the dish.
Foundation of the dish. We've got some lovely fresh cut fruit.
It's a piece of art in the making. It's so
Try and get some
sculptural.
of the soil. Thanks, Karen. Bit more gel on top. Once you're eating the dish, you get all those different textures.
The chocolate soil has ended up with quite a crunch to it.
Crunch.
And an intense flavour.
Especially when it cools down. It just
Yeah.
creates a nice crunchy texture as well.
And then you've got the smooth richness of the gel.
The gel. Okay, got some berries in there. We also got our discs over here.
So the strawberry gel again,
gel.
but a different texture.
Different texture. Just gonna put a bit more fruit.
I really love the blackberries cut in half. They're
You know,
quite
they got
exquisite.
beautiful
Heart.
heart. And we also need some lemon balm, please. Thank you. Beautiful. Some nice refreshness to the dish.
So
lemon
you're
balm
adding
and
it
berries.
for flavour. It's not
Flavour.
just for the look, is it?
That's right. Lemon balm and berries for me is just best combination. And last not least is our beautiful ice cream. Okay, doing a cannelle on top.
Which is a beautiful way to serve the goat's milk ice cream. Beautiful.
And there is my version of berries and cream.
Oh, it's just so romantically beautiful.
Okay, I'm dying to try this goat's milk ice cream.
Splendid.
Wow.
It is a bit of a wow, isn't it?
It's a big wow. Not a little wow, it's a big wow. It's amazing.
Chris, it's been great to have you along on the culinary journey of Intolerant Cooks. You've given us a few twists and turns here that we absolutely love. And this dish, by the way, is just superb.
Thanks, Karen.
Can I have one?
Yeah,
of course.
Go.
Let's finish it all off.
Oh, we can have those blackberries. Once those blackberries are cut in half, they look so nice.
Yeah.
Amazing.